My attitude about life and what it means to me has been shaped by a lot of people, living and dead, real and fictional. Stories delivered to me by any medium cultivated in me a desire to be the hero of my life, the way that heroes were in these stories. The values and events manifest differently when you're not the invincible protagonist of a grand tale. But still, this project got me thinking, what about my life satisfies the hero archetype? First, I was named Joseph Julius Caesar III. I was named for tradition's sake, one that I hope to carry on. In a way, this was my first mission, destined me to be a father one day. Second, I haven't died yet, and I always joked as a kid that the universe moves itself out of the way to make it so I don't. But maybe it's just luck. But hey, that's still supernatural help. 2 for 2. The way my story satisfies this next one is a little personal, so here goes. My father was in the middle of a 13-year sentence when my stepfather and my mother split up. My mom and 2 siblings moved in with my grandma and grandpa. In my first school, I was a jerk who used my vocal confidence as a weapon against the very people I was meant to wield it on behalf of. But in my new school, the tables were turned, and even as a child I realized that this was poetic justice, and it was designed to teach me. My journey had begun. In this new environment, I focused more on people rather than schoolwork, and largely underachieved my way through school because of it. I found myself wanting to go to school just to see people, see my friends. School didn't keep my interest at all, and I didn't understand why I was there. What was the point? Needless to say, based on my performance, I had become convinced that school just wasn't for me. I wasn't good enough. Sometimes I still feel this way. This unhealable wound is why I want to be a great teacher. Along the journey, the hero must prove himself many times. And one of the downfalls of the hero archetype is arrogance and always needing another battle to fight. This is all too true for me. As a child, I was arrogant when I thought I knew something, which made me want to know everything. These 2 tendencies provided me with the drive to learn, but also the arrogance to use it incorrectly. According to the traditional hero archetype, the hero has a special weapon that only they can wield. My weapon isn't like this, however. My weapon anybody can wield. And my weapon is flexibility. I realized that our ability to adapt happens naturally, but we can learn how to use it more efficiently. I use it to turn volatile situations into comedic ones, as well as turning an argument into a place of understanding and self-reflection instead of one of victory and defeat. I had already began using my weapon by the time my father actually contacted me when I was 19. My mother had always been honest with me about his heroin addiction and the theft he used to support it. And if I were a few years younger, I would have told him off. But I understood my father's struggles, not just as my father, but also as a person. I could see that perhaps if I had not been told about my father and his many problems, maybe I would have followed in similar footsteps. So in that way, I even had something to learn from him, even though he wasn't around. This was my story, so I'm the hero of it. But you're all the heroes of your own stories. And as Auron said in Final Fantasy X, this is your story, and it all begins here.